Hey, orange one here. So we're building a new place. This probably looks a little bit weird to you. You're like, what is this building that you've pretty much constructed? It's right next to a copper resource. I scoured, like seriously scoured all of the bone fields because I read online on like the Kenshi fandom website that this has copper in there. It does not. I can confirm that. But there was some node here in the high bone fields pretty close to our base. And I believe if we do a prospect, we've got quite a bit of water. The fertility is absolutely bonkers here. So we might want to, down the road, create some more, whatchamacallits, some more farms. And we do have, like, a little copper node here, and yeah, there's other pockets where there's some good stuff. But this is where we're gonna go for now. It's a nice little flat area, easily defendable. I haven't seen any enemies passing through here. So I don't think we're gonna have to defend it, but in case we do, we're gonna make a little hut in here. Jig and Sus basically have this up and going. And I think what we need to do now is just bring some people over here and then get them mining away, and we'll get the electronics probably made in here. I'm still not really sure exactly how it's gonna all work, but yeah, that's the game plan. Man, you really stacked those boxes up well. Kind of weird. Like, it's like the building's at an angle, but they're just stacked perfectly on top of each other. Silas, I'm gonna have you leave Jig here for now. Jig, you could probably get started on the mining. And we need to also recruit those soldiers and get them mining and whatnot. I mean, Jig has decent enough combat stats and decent enough armor where I feel like he could probably take most people out that came by to attack him. But I'm not sure. We also have the other problem of this, of our squad tabs. It's just not, we don't have enough. And unfortunately, with the Kenshi menu and how it's built, we're not going to be able to add more. So yeah, we got that going for, not for us, but we have a source of copper. The kind of a terrible source of copper, but it's better than nothing, right? And so I think, as hardcore and amazing as it was that we were making all of our skeletal parts from the inner workings of the machines, the iron spiders, it was incredibly time inefficient and attention inefficient, if that makes sense. Because I can leave that copper mine with a couple people working it. We got beak things chasing after Silas. Whatever. They're not elders. More beak things. Wow, there's a ton of beak things. Speaking of which, you know, our food situation back at Fort Monroe is not perfect. We could probably hunt a couple beak things, and I mean, people aren't starving anymore, but they're pretty close. I think we really do need to, there's like a trail of blood back there. It got my attention for a second. That's Kenshi for you. You find a trail of blood in the sand, you're like, maybe I want to stop here. So Silas, you were gonna recruit, who was it? What did I name you? I don't see, person here. I got a recruit. They're somewhere around here. Cannot see them right now. That's our other problem. I thought I named someone like Copper Miner or something like that. Copper Miner, there you are. Yeah, and you've actually got some decent armor as well. The problem with you is you're not going to be able to run away, because you got this crummy little leg of yours. Sass, before you go anywhere, go ahead, pick him up. And then I think what we're going to want is the other place. It's so fertile. It It'd be silly for us not to get some crops and plant them there, so we're gonna have to figure that out, exactly how that will work. Actually grab some hemp or some cacti. I think we're actually in the right biome for cacti. Why don't you take the 20 cacti and we'll have a little cactus farm up there. I think that's probably a good idea. That, and I think we want some iron plates. I'm not 100% sure what we're going to do with that, but I can almost guarantee that we'll need it. Silas, go ahead and pick... Oh, you've already got him picked up. Nice. Okay. So you should be able to run us back up here. The one issue that we're going to have is the copper mine. I think it's technically closer to the United Cities, so that might get attacked first before Fort Monroe gets attacked. Meaning I don't want to build it up too much. I don't want to put too many walls or anything in there. And we do need to have a way to evacuate the location just to head like into the hills when someone gets close. And hopefully not get just completely destroyed by them. So I'm thinking. I was also thinking we could have Igor or Benedict or someone be the guardian of the place. It seems kind of wasteful, you know. I was also thinking Omega might be a good one, because with Omega there, it's probably not going to even fall. Like, even if it got attacked by a bigger faction, it'd probably be fine. And you know what's crazy was I prospected underneath this skeleton right here. Let me just show you. It was kind of interesting. If we run down to that skeleton, it was very fertile. Like, whatever this is, when it died... Whoa, look at that sky. That's a really pretty sky, actually. I really like that shot. That's pretty cool. Whatever died here, I think fertilized the soil pretty well. And that's like pretty fertile, and that's a good source of water too. It's right there. But in any case, I think we're good to keep on going up here. Oh, also, the Royals. Yeah, you guys are back here. They brought in some more possible recruits. You're crippled. Yeah, you're still unconscious. Unfortunately, that guard will not talk to us. Sure, talk to this guy. Nope. Okay. And we are working on these limbs, so things should be getting going. And we got a second thing on motors here. I need to look at a good ratio of these different stations, what people recommend, because yeah, it's taking a little while to make all this stuff. And then robotic helper, you're working on getting that robotics component. That's a tricky crafting thing to make. We take those, I'll put away. Good. And then you should be able to start working on that. Yeah, that actually isn't too bad. And then we should be able to make our left and right arms. Not sure who needs the right arm, but we definitely need the left for a number of people. We do have a beginning of a robotics industry. A fledgling bionics industry. It's crazy how long it takes to get that set up. I know you guys were telling me, but I didn't really believe y'all, you know? Sometimes you need to just go for it to really see how bad it is. Silas. Oh, you're loading up, huh? Come around here. Why don't you let Copper Miner mine some copper? And then am I going to actually create a little copper storage in here, I think. Be nice to get a well, though. We are going to need a well eventually. Look at that. Actually, that needs quite a bit of materials. And this is... We could do that and have someone work the well. Or we could get our own power set up here. I think we're going to end up investing a fair amount in here, but for now, we need that copper storage. Where are you? Copper. Go. Could store it just outside right next to it. Let's do that. Because this building, we're going to probably chock full of, like, I don't know, like a bed and like a little cook station for someone. So we will get this laid out and then we'll do that. And that should be our foreseeable future at least. Got 2 people working at 80% efficiency. I'm going to do one more prospecting just to double check that there's nothing else nearby that I'm missing. There's some stuff up there. Stuff down here. Kind of. Like right there. Or something like that. Not seeing it. Apparently there's supposed to be some copper in this general vicinity, but it's kind of tricky to see it. Yeah, we'll get that copper storage. And then come in here. And we'll see what we want to do in here. I think... And if you pick up the building materials, I think you could get the well built right now. I probably want to do that and get some power going. If we look at this, that requires iron plates and copper. I think we want to do that. We'll build it over here though. And you'll be able to get the copper from there pretty easy. Did you get enough iron plates? Needs 8. We did not bring enough. That is a shame. At least we can get the cactus farm started, and it doesn't actually need water for the cacti to start growing. I think that in that regard, it's actually just fine. I'm just gonna lay that out before I forget. Let's get the farm. We're gonna do cactus farm. Small. Medium. We're going to do a medium cactus farm. That should get built when this is done, getting worked on as much as we can do. And then the question is, what do I want to do next? Do I send the royals back out? I mean, you guys look like you've recovered. Maybe we could send you all back out and try and get more recruits. That's probably not the worst move, so we'll do that. And we're not under attack from anyone. I'm going to leave the soldiers back just in case anyone decides to raid. But if we look at the actions here, I don't think we're going to get any raids anytime soon. Apparently there's a Campbell raid coming up, but I think this is like bugged out or something. And it's not really going through. Send you guys here. Oh, and I've got that pacifier mod, but I ended up not, sorry, I ended up moving there. What is that? Is that the anti-slaver? No, it's the Garu duck, whatever. Nobody move, grew. Yeah, apparently they'll leave us alone. I mean, they're stuck on a fence though, so I'm pretty sure we're okay. Sorry, I gotta take a break. I'll just be back in a minute. Alright, sorry, where were we? Oh yeah, you guys were heading out to there, and Silas was working, yeah. Yeah, anyways, you know, I was thinking about my organization here, and you guys see how I just, like, slap things down and just fill it out as best as possible. It's totally disorganized. Like, look at this end result. We've just got, like, water here and, like, some storage here in our buildings, and then this, and then those. It just is so random and just completely eclectic. And I was also thinking about the anthill. I mean, the anthill's okay in terms of organizations, but it's got all this empty space. What I really should be doing is getting this set up there, because we have copper mines, and we actually have decent copper mines. The problem is that it's so far away from any of the action. I mean, if you look at how much time we've spent on this base down here and fighting off people in the southeast, you understand why I want robotics here and not up there. But it is going to be tricky to get that industry set up. And we do have a good amount of electrical components. But see, we've already gone through a decent chunk of them. This, I think we should be able to finish this right arm. I'm not sure what quality it's going to be, but I think it'll probably be shoddy. So it looks like. I'm just sorry, I'm listening to music. It's hard for me to gauge how loud I am, because I think I turned the volume up really high for this game because it's so quiet most of the time, and then like I get things like that and I'm like, ah, can you hear me over it? I mean, it looks fine on the OBS, but this kind of throws me off a little bit, you know. Beta, you're getting attacked. I want to double check that Feda's okay. Hold up, guys. Just wait here. We'll finish off our Southern Hive brothers. And then I just want to check, make sure you guys aren't about to just blast someone. No, we're okay. Can I close this, or are we gonna get just wrecked by a bunch of anti-slavers? I feel like if we close it, then the anti-slavers are gonna get mad. And then we're gonna have to fight them. We don't really want to do. Oop, Igor got interrupted there. Yeah, in between episodes, I also was coming in here and attacking these dudes and seeing who we didn't kill. We actually didn't kill many of them. There's just one who's instantly dead. You're missing a leg. You know what? We'll heal this dude up. And then we'll have you guys heal this guy up as well. See if we can recruit them or turn them into recruits. And then Igor, pick one up, and Benedict, you can get the other. And we'll keep on attacking. Hopefully we'll get a prince. And we've got plenty of recruits waiting in the cages. I just never got around to actually recruiting them. And what I would really like is if we could get some princes, you know? That's the goal. Is to be able to get a few more princes and then get them working on the robotics industry. Maybe get an armor or weaponsmith, because we are getting a little bit low on the good weapons. I mean, the weapons that we have are decent enough. They'll work, but it might be nice to get something else. This shadow here is really bothering me. I think it's the shadow, the tree line or something, but I'm not sure. It's really starting to bother me. So I'm going to leave this biome, and we'll go back and see what you're doing here, Silas. Are you're okay, you are working on this. Putting more copper in. Looks like you've put all the iron plates so that you can fit in there. This copper, as it's getting mined, I think is getting put into here. Which is okay. Definitely fine by me. But while you're with us, Silas, why don't you run down here? Yeah, I was looking at my organization. I was just kind of reflecting on that because at work, I am incredibly disorganized physically. But here's the thing, is I'm all about digital organization when I'm teaching. Like, my desk, my teaching desk, looks like piles of just a ton of stuff. Just like textbook, binders that are random paperwork that I get at meetings. I got my computer. I've got other random paperwork for just random stuff. A lot of it's just random paperwork. Who's this? Oh, Band of Bones. Okay. Just curious for a second. But yeah, like, I have everything on Google Docs really organized. Everything's hyperlinked on Google Docs. Everything's in folders. Like, I've got my units in folders. And, like, if I can get onto my computer and I can get internet connection, I I have everything super easy for me to find. I can find any document that I use throughout the year in like less than 2 minutes if it's a good internet connection. It's pretty easy for me. But a lot of people get shocked by that because physically I am such a mess. My classroom is such a mess. It's pretty gross actually, and I need to do a better job of getting the kids to clean it up. But it doesn't seem like that big of a priority to me. Like, I'd rather them learning than, you know, cleaning the floor. But I think they see my physical space and they're like, well, I guess that's how we treat physical spaces in here. It's like, no, don't look at my desk. And you can kind of see that in how I play games too, is that things are oftentimes pretty gross in terms of organization. Just like slap things down. I'm like, that works. It's kind of like my pile system on my desk. Like, I'll be as organized as I need to be, and not any more than that. You know? Okay, so that's harvested. I would really like it if I could get like a little wheat farm, but it doesn't look like that's going to be possible. Any hemp that's being harvested or green fruit? There's some green fruit. We could get a little green fruit thing built. That would not be the worst thing for us. Because if we have our hydroponic setups, I think that would be fine. Hey, Sass, why don't you try and recruit one of these guys again? One of the ones that's not completely torn up, I don't think. Go talk to this guy, see if he'll join us. Nope. Never mind. Well, we tried at least. Silas, I don't know what you're doing right there, but I don't like it. And then you guys are about to get attacked or something? Yeah, Igor, why don't you get out in front of this? Just destroy them. Thank you, Igor. Nicely done. Dying. I mean, this guy's gonna require less cybernetics. I mean, once we get the cybernetics going, I'm gonna just probably save everyone. But see that guy, it was like, in the time that it would take to save them, one of them's gonna die. Pretty brutal. Just kind of how it is. If I look at them, I should be looting these guys because they do every once in a while have a decent chest protection and stuff like that. They should be aware of that. That's ours. Is it? Is it really? Igor, go ahead and begin. Yep, they're gonna get some hits on us, but Igor's gonna just charge off. Oh my gosh, he just did 500 to this dude and he survived. Oh no, that was the prince. Well, maybe I shouldn't have sent Igor after the prince. What about these dudes that we just killed? Conscious, dead. Conscious, dying. Hey guys, can we take care of the dude who's dying here? Just stop that stomach injury. Nicely done. Okay. And then we'll just kind of load up with the dudes. Pick them up. See, once you get like a critical mass of Hivers, it's not too hard to actually recruit more of them. Through this mod, just take prisoners, right? Arnold. And I think it also helps that we have, you know, Igor doing what he does so brutally and efficiently. I am a little bit bummed that he doesn't just yell like blood and kill as he charges into battle anymore. That's a little sad. It's a nice little tradition that he has. Oh, did I not send you? And you just unloaded all that stuff somewhere? I think that's what happened. I think... Yeah, we wanted more iron plates. We were gonna take those. And... that should let us get that power up and running there. And then we should be able to get like a little well as well built. Shame we don't have another recruit. I was really hoping to get someone else out there. And we could just grab someone. But I don't know if that really would make sense. Maybe we got someone with Death Wish out here. Go take care of them, Igor. Thank you. Any others? Okay, apparently there's some others down here. Really? Never mind that, Igor. Just stay with the group. Stay with the class buddy system. Who would... Your buddy's definitely Pet. Let's be real. Just gonna ask who's Igor's buddy, but it's definitely Pet. But you know what was the crazy thing? My organization I thought was bad, but here's the reason why. My mother. Her organization is like just kind of insane. Like I was looking at, she's definitely like, she's like a hoarder, and I'm fairly comfortable in saying that I think she's a bit of a hoarder. She just has so much stuff, man. And like her pantry, I told her it looks like a grocery store. She's got like a grocery store underneath the house, essentially. Like she's got 5 or 6 bouillons, like those jars, those big jars of bouillon, right? You know what I'm saying? Like that's a lot of bouillon. You do not need that much bouillon sauce. And like probably has like over 10 different boxes of crackers, and I don't even know. There's just so much stuff in there, and most of it's expired. It just blew my mind. But the impressive thing... Oh, look, there's a copper resource right there on the road. The impressive thing, to be honest, is that she can fit everything in there. Like, it's just so packed in there so crazy tightly that, just... It's mind-blowing. Same with the fridge, and, like, I would, like, get stuff out to, like, cook or whatever, and then I'd be like, hey, Mom, where does this go? I can't... There's no space. I took this out, but I can't find any space. And then it was almost like comical because like if you could find it, it was like a cartoonish imprint of where that object would go. You know what I mean? Like a jar. Like you'd be like, oh, I need to put this jar exactly where it fits. You know? It was just kind of insane. How's this going, guys? You got your copper. Nice. Got 6 copper right there. See what I mean? We can just leave these dudes mining in their little corner. And they're happy. Happy as can be. And we don't have to send Silas out to go kill spiders constantly. That being said, I think you get 1 electrical resource per piece of copper, so still gotta take some time, you know what I mean? At least we got some power. We got a basic little cacti farm that's still growing without water. Once we get power and a well, though, like an automated well, it'll be pretty solid. Farming. I honestly could probably just farm out here. I've definitely been considering that. And how that would affect our dynamics. We could have a little food farm and then just run Silas back over there to get to deliver some food every once in a while. I do think it's good to have bases that are food self-sufficient, but that being said, if it says 100 fertility, we might as well grow a little extra here, you know? Then we can always use that to seed more crops if we need it. Pretty happy with that, though. I think that that's good to go. And these guys, did I send them back? Yeah, they're on their way back, and they'll be able to get those recruits soon. And then I'll try and get some of these recruits done in between episodes. But as always, if you want your name added, let me know. The Discord does have a category for getting your name and things, but I'm still happy to name people per request. That is going to act as more of a, oh look, there's a beak thing attacking something way over there. No, eating something. You know what it looks like? It looks like those bird things, those little like things that tip down. The little feeder water things, like where they got the not water, it's like some sort of solution that in their head as the evaporation happens, it brings the solution higher up and it tips forward. Whatever, it looks like one of those guys, the drinking birds. Yeah, it's a drinking bird, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I'd be happy to add you guys name-wise to this. I do need some names other than just name them Steeler 1 and Steeler 2. I also need to deal with these guys. I don't know how though, because stat-wise they were just gonna destroy us. Plant alone is gonna completely destroy us. Yeah, we're gonna have to deal with that eventually. We'll have to load this up and then just spend some time recruiting. That's what I'm thinking. I'll probably do that in between this and the next episode. I don't know how much more I'll do, but I'll definitely get that part done. Is Beef still stuck up here? I never got you down. I'm sorry, Beef. Is there any way if I get you guys right by there? Yeah, guard, you got him down. Hooray! Nice. Okay. Well, looking at the time, it's been about half an hour at this point. Thank you for joining me. This has been Orange One.